Hey, really appreciate it, bud. See ya.
Tonight's captain for the Thayer Bobcats is number 5, senior Brandon Prince, number 7, junior Dawson Harris, number 40, junior Zeb Du Bois, and number 74, senior Cooper Clark.
Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Well, good evening, Chargers fans, and welcome to Thayer, Missouri, where your Lighthouse Chargers take on the Thayer Bobcats, yeah? Bobcats. So if you would please type into the chat, can you hear me, and how is the audio right now? Would love to get some feedback on this sound check. See a Liddy Fleetwood in the chat. Another couple of folks here tuning in. Would love to hear from you. Can you hear? Can you not hear? Do we need to get to work on the audio? Audio sounds good. Thank you, Jonah, Levi, Grace, Phil, and Liddy Fleetwood. Video looking good as well. All right, folks, we are about ready to rock. Looks like they just did the coin toss. Bobcats won the toss and elected to receive. So, you know, the popular thing to do in the NFL and in other leagues often is to win that kick and then defer, so you get the ball in the second half. But Bobcats say, no, thank you. We'll take the ball right now. Just talking to one of the Thayer coaches up here in the press box a few minutes ago. He expressed they are a young team And I said, well, that makes 2 for tonight because the Chargers are also young, got some athletes, got some speed, got some talent, but just young kind of across the board. A lot of our skill positions, we have players that have moved up from JV. A couple of returners, a couple of returning players, but a lot of folks first time starting varsity.
Kicking off for the Chargers is number 25, Braden Wright.
25, Braden Wright set to kick for the Chargers. This is actually a beautiful sight here because this looks like a normal kickoff watching the Chiefs game last night. And the new kickoff system in the NFL is just a little bit odd. Almost rugby style. Going to have to take some getting used to on my part. Fielded by number 20 for Thayer, right at the goal line. Tries to run up the middle. Chased by a couple of Chargers, brought down at the 26-yard line by number 19, Jacob Clement, and a few others. So going to get to see the Chargers defense at work. Of course, that defensive line anchored by senior Damian Vestal, number 76. Our captains for tonight for the Chargers were Damian Vestal, Elijah Applegate, and Braden Wright. And also Hilburn was captain as well. That was number 3, Kyle Edom on the stop. Run to the right side, number 27 for the Bobcats, brought down by number 3, Kyle Edom. Of course, Kyle played quite a bit last year, so he's one of our returning starters, I should say. Going to be a big part of this defense right here. So they've got 3 backs in the backfield, and that is a big fella, number 40. Tripped up by number 9. Then we got number 22 and number 23. So 22 is Timon Grundy. First-time varsity starter, had a big game in Dallas. Timon Grundy did, and then also number 23, Lincoln Kane on the stop. Gain of a few. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 to go on this opening drive. Beautiful Thayer, Missouri. Thayer Bobcats versus your Lighthouse Christian Chargers. We got twins lined up wide right. Handoff up the middle to the big fella. That guy is a monster. Number 40, fullback for the Bobcats. False start on the play, though, so that one's coming back. So instead of 3rd and 4, going to be 3rd and 9. But I'll tell you what, folks, it is so good that football is back. I know we already had one game. I know it was a couple weeks ago. But it's feeling a little more like fall now. Feeling more like football. And just excited to see our Chargers on the field and our cheerleaders out there cheering on the fans. So same exact formation. Maybe they're just going to say, hey, we're going to run the ball again. We dare you to stop us. Maybe they're going to hand off to number 40 again. Nope, sweep to number 9. Finds that outside edge. Cuts it back. Dives for the first down. Needed 9. Got about 12 or 13 all the way up to the 43-yard line. Some good blocking out front by the Thayer Bobcats. Oh, there we go. Number 9, Titus Dowell in the backfield, wreaking havoc. He was in the backfield a lot in Dallas, picking up right where he left off, getting back there and disrupting that play. Loss of about 1. Call it no gain. So going to be 2nd and 10. So far, all run plays for the Bobcats. Got 3 backs. There we go. Handoff is to number 8 and number 15, Sawyer Morris. I hear this is his first year to play football, first year for the Chargers 100%, but also first year to play football. How crazy is that? Because he had a big impact in Dallas as well. Heck of an athlete. He's going to be a huge part of this team. So loss of, looks like 2 on the play. So going to be 3rd and 12. And up in the middle. Good blocking, gets to midfield. And that was 25, Braden Wright. Captain going to be 4th and about 4. Hand off up the middle, picks up the first down. So going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. So sticking to the run game, that looks like that may be their recipe for success, and it's the way some teams operate, right? They say, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to mix it up, mix directions, going to throw out some different blockers. But we are just going to run the football. Another false start by the Bobcats. Back them up. 5 yards, going to be 1st and 15. So 1st and 15 now, about 8 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Apologies that the clock is not up and running. Going to get that going here shortly. And up the middle, number 8. I don't believe they're going to catch him. That's going to be a touchdown for the Bobcats. So touchdown Bobcats. So home team is the Bobcat Thayer, so that's where we're going to have it on the live stream for now. We are going to be the away team, so home team is up 6-0. That is a very interesting extra point setup. Direct snap to number 0. Extra point is good. Makes it 7-0. So successful opening drive for the Bobcat Thayers. It was all run all the time. Good lead blocking. Have a monster fullback, number 40. Pretty good sized line. And they were getting after us. So with 8 minutes and 6 seconds left to go, Thayer is up now 8. Oops. 2-point conversion was good, so it's 8-0. So Chargers set to receive. Crowd chanting, "Take it back."
Kicking off for the Bobcats, number 74, Cooper Clark.
Back to receive, number 44, Karsten Tallman. And 15, Sawyer Morris. Tallman there with the return. Gets the ball up to the 30-yard line where the Chargers will go to work, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle to 25, Braden Wright.
Second down.
Going to bring up 2nd and 7 to go. Looks like somebody need a little shoe adjustment there. I think that was number 2, Jake Johnson. Getting a little help from his QB, number 1, Grant Clement, in at QB. Handoff up the middle to Braden Wright again. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, plus some. And quick text from Coach Kevin Grundy, KG. It's called the swinging gate on that extra point. That's what the Thayer Bobcats ran, that unique formation. So if you're sitting at home watching, you're like, what was that? It's the swinging gate. So learned a little something there. Appreciate the inside scoop there, Kevin Grundy, your junior high Chargers coach. Great. Less than a foot. So going to be 4th down at this point. I like it, Coach. I think you got to go for it. Not quite to the 50, but we're at the 40-yard line. High school football, you just got to go for it. Shotgun formation, interesting. Maybe a little jet sweep here. Nope, handoff is to Braden Wright, and looks like he's going to get it. Falls forward. Needed about 6 inches, got at least a foot. So it's going to be 1st and 10.
That gain is enough for a first down for the Chargers. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
First down, Chargers. So first quarter, opening drive for the Thayer Bobcats ended in 8. So timeout on the field. So appreciate you tuning in to the live stream. I know you've got options tonight. It's Friday night. Friday night is the time for high school football. It is Chargers football night for sure. But we got a little bit of competition tonight with the NFL. The NFL playing a Friday night, I cannot recall a time when I ever saw a Friday night NFL game. I heard on the radio today there was a broadcast act of 1961 that it forbids NFL games from being broadcast after the 2nd Friday in September. It is the first Friday of September, so I believe that is why they're able to have a game tonight. Playing from Brazil. I've been there, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Crazy that the NFL is going international. But hey, you chose the right game to watch for sure. Passes complete to Timon Grundy. Wrapped up quickly by number 0 for Thayer. Looks like he gains about a yard on the play. So we're going to bring up 2nd down and 9 to go. Flag on the play. It looks like it was ruled against the offense. False start. That penalty is declined since there was really no gain on the play. Gain of 1 on the play. Thayer elects to not take the penalty. Let's take the loss of down instead. Clement rolling right. Hit as he throws. Ball sails out of bounds over the head of the receiver. Going to bring up 3rd down. Grant Clement was running for his life a bit there, under pursuit by about 3 Bobcats. So 3rd down and 9 to go, about 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the opening quarter. Timeout, Chargers.
By the Chargers.
Yes, please. Thank you. So it is a beautiful night here in Thayer, Missouri. Bit of a drive, y'all. Bit of a drive. About 2 hours and 20 minutes from Republic, where we live. But not a bad drive, pretty much a straight shot. As always, Chargers traveled well. The setup here is great. Thayer, Missouri, nice little stadium. Press box is awesome. We're on the 3rd floor here of the press box. Got a great view. Hospitality's been fantastic. The folks here in Thayer, Missouri are super nice. Visitor stands are pretty small. I do think they suit all of us. Fit all of us. There we go. Pass is complete to number 15, Sawyer Morris. That is good for a Chargers first down. Needed that one. Ball was on the money. Great route by Morris. First and 10 now. Here we go, Chargers. Hand off to Braden Wright. Gets tripped up in the backfield. Gains 1. Handoff is to Braden Wright again. Gets tripped up again. Gains 2 yards. Going to be 3rd down and about 6. So this is part of the field where, generally speaking, going to give the offense 4 downs to get a first down. Pass is complete to Timon Grundy. Maybe a little miscommunication there between Grundy and Clement. He had to dive to make that catch. Gain of 2 on the play. Going to bring up 4th and 4. Play clock running down to 5. Need the playoff. There we go. Low snap. Clement is back under pressure, trying to get away. Does not get away. Snap was low, hard to handle. Clement gets it, but is not able to escape the pursuit of the Bobcat lineman. Going to be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Bobcats. Quarterback keeper looks like he is found the edge. Number 7, he's still going down to the 10-yard line. Finally forced out of bounds. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. There is a flag on the play. That is often going to be a hold. See what that shakes out to be. Bit of an option play there. The QB looks like he had the option to hand it off. It was indeed a hold on the Bobcats. So that big play is coming back. So instead of about a 30-yard run, going to be backing them up. So it's going to be, in essence, going to be 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 7 yards to go for the Bobcats.
So 2nd down and 6 now. Holding is a spot of the foul penalty. Handoff is the number 8. He's got a lot of room to run. Brought down, wrapped up by Thayer Grundy and Sawyer Morris. And running all the way from the line, Damian Vestal getting out there, getting in on the tackle as well. Damian Vestal, of course, one of our seniors. Such a great competitor, warrior spirit. Kid plays hard. About a minute 46 left to go in the opening quarter. Bobcats are driving. Fake the handoff right. Little handoff left to number 2. He may be gone. Lincoln Kane dove to try to make the stop, but came up short. Number 2 for the Bobcats finds the end zone. Makes it 14-0 Bobcats. Line for the extra point. Again, swinging gate. Two-point conversion is good. Again, lined up in that swinging gate formation. That must be their go-to. And it was successful. So, minute 29 left to go. It's been ground game. Sawyer Morris. And number 11, Landon Webster.
Ready to kick off for the Bobcats. 1:29 left to go in the first quarter.
Crowd chanting, "Take it back." Fielded by 22, Thayer Grundy. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
After the return, first down, coming up for the Chargers at the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Chargers had a little bit of success on that opening drive. Picked up a couple first downs. Fairly evenly split between the run and pass game. You like to see a balanced offense. Clement threw the ball well. Found a couple of receivers. Grundy and Morris. Fakes the handoff. Pass.
Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10, coming up for Lighthouse.
Intended for Grundy, falls incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 now. Minute 22 left to go in the quarter. Clement rolling right. Has a receiver. That was Morris. Catches the ball, goes out of bounds. Nice pass, nice catch. Had 2 receivers in the area. Confused the D-backs just a little bit. So we can bring up 3rd down now. 3rd and 4. Clement runs over, talks to coach, gets the play, brings it back. Handoff up the middle. Braden Wright is the carrier, gains about 3. So going to bring up 4th and 1. Interesting decision here. Looks like coach is talking it over. Coach is sending in the signal, talking to Clement. Clock is running, about 15 seconds left on the play clock, down to 10 now. Landon Hilburn in. Likely going to be a run by Hilburn. Tries to get to the outside. He does not get it. Going to be 1st and 10, Bobcats. I like the aggressiveness. Bit of a gamble, bit of a roll of the dice there. 4th and 1 from the 27-yard line. It's going to be great field position for the Bobcats. They get the ball
26 seconds to go in the first quarter, 1st and 10.
the 28. Handoff is to number 8. Finds that right side. Number 3, Kyle Edom on the stop. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Bobcats going to let the clock run out. We'll switch sides of the field and keep going.
That's the end of the first quarter. After 1, your score, the Bobcats 16, the Chargers 0.
So second quarter now. First quarter was all Bobcats. All Bobcats, all run game. Pretty balanced, energy up. And we need it. And I really appreciate you tuning in, man. It's great to have a live audience. And what a great group of boys. What a great group of coaches as well. Let's call out those coaches, shall we? So we got Chris Malott. We got Blaine Boyd. Jacob McKenzie. It's great to, whenever you have former players that return to coach. So Blaine Boyd played defensive back. Jacob McKenzie, played running back. He's coaching the running backs. Joe Fleetwood, receiver. Michael Imboob, new coach at the varsity level. Hand off to number 8. Penalty on the play. I believe there's going to be some movement up front. The referee's going to talk it over. While they do, we'll get back to the coaching staff. Well, Michael Imboob, first time to coach varsity, defensive coordinator. Chris Branscombe. Let's get a look at what that penalty is. Ref talking to the Bobcats, so maybe the penalty was on the Chargers. That's generally what that means. Offsides on the Chargers. Penalty is declined, as it should be. So going to be 1st and goal to go for the Bobcats from the 9-yard line. Of course, we got David Dowell, Titus's dad, is also a coach. David Vestal, Damian Vestal's dad, and then, of course, first-time head coach, although he's been coaching with the Chargers for years now, John Hunt. Love that guy. Former collegiate athlete,
Dude's as fit as can be. The boys love him. First-time head coach, doing a great job. First goal here, fakes the handoff left, handed off to the big fella. Number 40.
The boys on the run, second and goal, coming up for Thayer.
It's going to be second and goal now from the 5. That would be a tough boy to tackle, no doubt about it. Kid is living large. So that was an interesting play. All 3 backs lined up on the right side. So kind of behind the tight end, tackle, and guard on the right side. QB takes the snap from under center and then quickly scampers out and runs right behind those 3 backs who are blockers. Again, we got the swinging gate. Really interesting formation. It's unique, tough to guard most certainly. Intercepted. That pass is intercepted.
The 2-point conversion is no good. The score, Bobcats 22, Lighthouse 0.
So with that stop, score remains 22-0. 11 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the opening half. So back to receive, of course, for the Chargers. 44, Tallman. Number 11, Landon Webster. And looks like this number 22, Timon Grundy. Yes, indeed it is.
Cooper Clark getting ready for another kickoff. 11 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half. Bobcats lead by 22.
Chargers fans chanting, "Take it back." We need a spark, fellas. We need something. Get a little life into this squad. Number 74, he's a big boy. I believe he's a lineman. Also a kicker. Kicks it back. Tallman receives it.
Player moved down on the field at the 24-yard line. First and 10 coming up for the Chargers.
Tallman ruled down at the 24-yard line. Going to be first and 10 Chargers. 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the opening half. It's a beautiful night here. Mid-70s in Thayer, Missouri. Sun's going down. Feels like early spring football, and I am here for it, literally and metaphorically. We got twins left and twins right. Clement in the shotgun formation. Pass is complete to number 4, Aiden Lauder. That was a rope by number 1, Grant Clement. Looking for the deep ball, and he finds it. First target. It's for a big gain to Aiden Lauder, number 4. Gets the ball across midfield all the way down to the 44-yard line. And that is the type of play we needed. Needed some energy, needed a little bit of life in this offense, and we may have found it. So once again, got twins left and twins right. Single back in the backfield, Braden Wright. He's blocking. Clement is looking for that deep ball again. Overthrows him this time. He thought, hey, that worked before. Let's target Aiden Lauder again.
Unfortunately for us, it was dropped by number 20, the safety for the Bobcats. Pass kind of falls through his hands, would have been intercepted. But instead brings up 2nd and 10. Number 2 goes in motion. Handoff is to 25 Braden Wright. Left side runs into his own lineman.
Braden Wright on the run up the middle. 3rd down coming up for the Chargers. 4-yard gain on the play.
Going to be about 3rd and 7 now to go. So we got trips right. Finding that deep ball. Intended for Sawyer Morris. A little bit of contact there. Now I think Clement was expecting Morris to continue running. It kind of slowed down a bit, turned, and then had to try to sprint to catch up to the ball. I think if he had kept running, may have been a little closer, but as it was, pass was overthrown. Going to be now 4th and 7. 9 minutes, 54 seconds left to go. Chargers elect to punt. Sawyer Morris punting it. Not bad. Got it down inside the 10-yard line. That's what you want to see. Nice little punt. So Sawyer Morris doing a little bit of everything. Receiver, return man, punter. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from their own 9-yard line. So 9 minutes and actually 34 seconds left to go in the opening half. Bobcats with the ball again. Chargers all up in the backfield. Number 75, the big fella Cole Johnson, saying, "I'll take me some of that." It's in the backfield. Tackled for a big loss. Going to be 2nd and 15. Bobcats seem to be in no hurry. Play clock is at 10. QB number 7 saying, "Coach, what gives?" And gonna have to burn a timeout there. Talk it over, coach, for the Bobcats. Needed to figure out their play. QB's like, "Coach, you only got run plays. Thought you would have picked one by now." So at this point in the game, this is where your defense just says, hey, they're going to run the ball every time. So let's be ready for that. Let's stack the box. Let's make it as difficult as possible. Of course, even when you know they're running, you still got to get through the blockers, still got to put your pads on somebody, still got to be physical. Look at that. It was a pass. My goodness. Pass incomplete. Going to be 3rd and 15.
So the Chargers can hold on here. Of course, this is historically a passing down. 3rd and 15, almost always. Pass it, maybe run a little screenplay, something kind of safe. But here at this point with a 22-point lead for the Bobcats, maybe they just hand it off and then elect to punt. We'll see what coach for the Bobcats has in mind. That is indeed what he did. He handed off to the right side, but about 6 Chargers there, just pushing the line back, wrapping them up, and bringing them down. Going to be 4th, and a lot to go. 4th and about 15. So here we go. Going to be punting, and now the punter, number 74, is about at the back of the end zone. So this should mean excellent field position for the Chargers. 22, Timon Grundy is back to receive. Timon Grundy, excellent receiver, first year varsity JV last year. Made some big contributions. In Dallas, penalty going to be false start. So that's a unique one because they're already knocking on the door of the end zone. So going to be half the distance to the goal. Going to put it at about the 2.5 to 3 yard line. Doesn't make a big difference. Backs him up a little bit, gives him a little less room to work. Grundy is now set up at the 28, so he's expecting a short punt. And I think that's about what it was when we saw a kick a little bit ago. Edom almost there to make a play. Punt is fielded by 15. Sawyer Morris runs out of bounds. Going to be 1st and 10. Excellent field position for the Chargers. Best field position of the night by far. Going to be starting across midfield at about the 31. So 7 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the opening half. Charged with the ball. Great field position. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. We need to find the end zone. We need to get on the board, find some momentum. Clement, of course, in the shotgun formation. Number 2 goes in motion. Handoff is to Braden Wright. A couple of Bobcats get an arm on him in the backfield, but he's able to get through. Looks like 2nd and about 8 to go. It's a gain of about 2 on the play. And also it's to Braden Wright again. There you go. Find some room to run, and a Bobcat just hangs on to the bottom of his jersey. Gonna bring up 3rd down and gonna make it 3rd and 2 for the Chargers. So again, gonna have a couple downs to pick this up. Gonna go 4th and 4th here, no doubt about it. If you don't pick up the 2 right here. Clement's got the play. Let's see what Coach John Hunt has dialed up. What's your 3rd and 2 play, Coach? Just going to hand it off to Wright again. Let him do his work. Number 2 is in motion. Hand it off is to Braden Wright. Little jump cut. That play was designed for him to run to the right side. It was closed off. He saw an opening to the left. Great read by Braden Wright. He jump cuts left. Needed 2 yards, gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. We're just inside the 10. It's going to make it 1st and goal to go for the Chargers. And that is indeed what we needed. 1st and goal here for the Chargers. The 9-yard line. timeout on the field. 5:58 left to go in the opening half. And let's see if the Chargers can get on the board, man. That would be a lot different feeling going into halftime with some points on the board. Of course, a lot of time left. 5:58 left to go in the half, so certainly time for even both teams to possess the ball again before we go into intermission. But again, just a great cut by Braden Wright. That play was designed, looked like it was a designed run right. It was completely walled off, so he cut to the left and made a big play. Number 2, Jake Johnson was in motion. That was handoff was to 44, Karsten Tallman. No gain on the play. In fact, lost a yard or two. Going to be now 2nd and goal from about the 11. Pass is complete to number 15, Sawyer Morris. Touchdown, Chargers. Heck of a play. Fake the handoff. Grant Clement. Pass was on the money. 15, Sawyer Morris into the end zone untouched. Chargers get on the board. Touchdown, Chargers. So lining up to kick the extra point is Braden Wright, number 5. Landon Hilburn is holding. Kick is up, and it is good. Nice job, Braden Wright. Got 4:59 left to go in the opening half. So again, lots of time for the Bobcats to get to work, or time for the Chargers to put together a stop and maybe even get the ball again. So that'd be a beautiful thing. And of course, Chargers get the ball to start the second half. Thayer Bobcats won the toss, elected to receive. They said, hey, we want the ball first because we want to score. So that will work in our favor if we can get a stop here. At a minimum, we get the ball back in the second half, but maybe we get a stop here and time to orchestrate another drive. So Wright set the kickoff for the Chargers. Bobcats back to receive. Of course, the chant now is first kickoff of the game for the Chargers. The chant is to hit somebody. Number 20, oh, he's got room to run. He found a hole. Braden Wright is going to get him. So that was the kicker, Braden Wright, in pursuit. And if he had not done that, that would have been 6 points for the Bobcats. Number 20, big return, big hole. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Got it across midfield all the way to the 33.5-yard line of the Chargers. So excellent field position for the Bobcats. So we did see a first of the game earlier. This last possession, we did see one pass attempt from the Bobcats. It was unsuccessful. Let's see if they go back to their proven formula. I bet you they will. Pitch is the number 40. Tallman was in the backfield, and so was number 22, Timon Grundy. Loss of 1 on the play. Going to bring up second and 11, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the opening half. So maybe Chargers defense kind of figuring out what this run attack looks like. Maybe we got that dialed in to stop. Maybe I spoke too soon. Handoff is to the big fella. Number 40. The dump truck. That's going to be my nickname for him. I do not have a roster, do not know his name. But that kid is a big fella. It took 2 Chargers to bring him down. Going to be first and goal from about the 9. Building on the play, this is going to be a false start on the Bobcats. Yes, indeed it was. I'm going to back them up 5. So still first and goal for the Bobcats. Going to back them up, though, to about the 14. Or, sorry, no. Going to back them up to the 9. First and goal to go. Handoff is to the dump truck, and he is in. Touchdown, Bobcats. That was quick. Makes our score 28-7. Of course, as usual, Bobcats lining up in the swinging gate. For the extra point. Oh, scratch that. So, just kidding. Let's practice an extra point. So number 74, he's the punter, he's the place kicker, he's the field goal kicker. That's unusual. He basically took about a step or 2 back from the holder, took a step and just laid into it. But the kick is no good. So the score will remain 28-7. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left to go. About to see a kickoff here. Weather's gorgeous. Awesome time of year. One of my favorite times of year. September means football's back. Usually means cool evenings, warm, sunny days. I dig it. But I dig it a lot more if our Chargers could string together a drive here to close out the half, and then, of course, get the ball to start the second half. Let's get some momentum. And then at halftime, coach, you're going to have to talk about, hey, how do we stop this Thayer ground attack?
Preparing for the Bobcat kickoff.
Timon Grundy on the return, brought down at the 26-yard line.
The kick is returned by number 22, Timon Grundy.
He's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Chargers. See if we can build on that success from the last drive. A lot of things working there. Ground game worked. Passing game worked. Let's see if we can just keep that going.
At the Chargers' 28-yard line.
So option play. Pitch is to number 25. Heck of a play right there. That was Hilbert, number 5, running the option with a little pitch to Braden Wright. Gets the ball all the way down across midfield. Steps out of bounds, looks like, at the 44-yard line. Did get a couple of texts from folks watching at home suggesting I shift my nickname of the fullbacks. I'm going to go Mack Truck. There we go. So that may be a name that people find to be a little more suitable. Handoff up the middle. 2nd and 11 for Lighthouse. Clock continues to tick. So Hilbert in for a couple plays. Looks like we're going to get Clement back in. So we got a little bit of a 2-quarterback system. So trips right. Single wide out to left. Clement back to pass under duress. Pass is complete to number 4, Aiden Lauder. He's become Mr. Reliable. Going to be a 3rd down. Looks like 3rd and about 4. So 3rd and 4. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Clement has his play, running it into the boys. Plenty of time left, but in a bit of a hurry-up offense mentality. Under 2 minutes left to go in the half. Got Twins right and Twins left. So far, pass game is dialed in. There we go. Pass is complete again. Diving catch. Heck of a catch by Timon Grundy. That's enough for the first down. That'll move the chains. Gets the ball down to the 28-yard line. Of course, stop the clock for just a second to move the chains, but it is running again. Clement has his play. Boys go to the line. Handoff is to Braden Wright. Gonna need to call a timeout here, and they do. So timeout by the Chargers. Gonna correct the clock here. I got a little bit behind. 1:04 left to go. 2nd down. So it'll be interesting to see the play calls here. You know, we're not exactly designed to have a hurry-up offense. QB's got to run to the sideline, get the play from coach, run it in. You know, we're burning a good chunk of the play clock each play, so it doesn't give us a whole lot of opportunities, too many opportunities here. With 1:04 left to go, we're on the 28-yard line, so just outside of the red zone. Just the timeouts left. There 1 timeout left for the Chargers, 2 timeouts left for the Bobcats. And off this to Braden Wright. He's got room to run, cuts it back. Good for a Chargers first down. Clock is stopped at 55 seconds to move the chains. Now it's running again.
First and 10, Chargers. Handoff is to Braden Wright again. He's going nowhere. So Chargers call the timeout there. Looks like a loss of about 4 on the play. We're going to call that 2nd and 14. 33 seconds left. Adjust the clock here to match the game clock. I do think that's wrong. I think they let the clock run a little bit too long on the field. We'll see if they correct it. 37. Aha! I was right a second ago. Go back to 37 on the game clock. Or rather 36. Back to pass. Clement under pressure. Sacked. Kind of the worst possible play there because clock runs. Not only do we lose a lot of yards, but clock continues to run, so we're going to need to get a pass play off quickly. Instead, we just spikes the ball. That does stop it, but I do believe we got about 4th and 20 here. 4th and 20. Ball's just inside the 30-yard line. 13 seconds left to go, 13.8 to be precise. So really coming down to this. Going to be the last attempt. Play clock winding down as well. 15 goes in motion. Little screen pass to Grundy. Gets wrapped up. Not much of a gain. Going to stop the clock ever so briefly. Turnover on downs. Stopping the clock to let the chain gang get switched up, set the ball. So likely just time for one play. Sure it'll be a run play. Handoff is up the middle to number 8. Big gain on the play. Massive hole right up the middle. Looks like they're going to say first down there. Enough time to move the chains, but I think then once they start the clock, that's going to do it for the first half. So referee's going to talk about it in just a bit. So there was a timeout with that .9 left. I'm just going to put a second up. 1 second left to go in the half, basically. It's time for one play. Can't blame the coach for trying. First and 10 from the 45-yard line of the Chargers. Thayer Bobcats marching again, even though this drive is coming very late in the first half. Chargers, of course, get the ball to start the second half. Looks like they're going to put 3 seconds on the clock based on when they called that timeout. Pitch is outside to number 1. Got a lot of room to run. Brought down by number 15, Sawyer Morris. That'll do it for the half. So just padding those run stats. After the first half, 28-7. Thayer Bobcats on top. Gonna take a quick break here up in the booth. Gonna get hydrated. Gonna get ready for the second half. So hey, you keep that energy up. Gonna need you to send us some good vibes here for the second half. And as always, go Chargers.
Well, welcome back, Chargers fans. Hope you enjoyed that intermission. We're ready to get this second half started. Of course, Chargers set to receive the kick. Back in the return position, set to receive number 15, Sawyer Morris, and looks like number 22, Timon Grundy. Kind of hard to see the numbers from here, but I believe that's Mr. Grundy out there. So let's get it, fellas. Hopefully the halftime speech worked. Hopefully Coach Hunt and Coach Mboob got them fired up and ready to prove that the mighty Lighthouse Chargers. I should know the rest of that cheer. Really should. I think they're good. The mighty Lighthouse Chargers are going to stomp you, I believe, is actually the finish, the close to that cheer. Which I did hear a report from across the way that the cheer squad is doing great. I expected nothing less. Of course, the cheer squad under the direction of my lovely bride, Brittany Curry, and also Kelsey Martin. Here we go. Kick is underway. A little squib kick. Fielded by number 3, Kyle Edom. He was not expecting that one. Of course, that place kicker's got a bit of a boot. He can kick it. He just chose to squib it. So 5 seconds comes off the clock. Ball is placed at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. For the Chargers. Let's see what the offense has cooked up. Clement. Pass is intended for Sawyer. He was running towards Clement. Ball sails over his head. 2nd down, falls incomplete, stops the clock as well. 11:52 on the clock. So again, for those that are either just joining us or you want a little recap from the first half, it was all run all the time from the Thayer Bobcats. They attended one pass plays in the first half, but hey, that's all they needed because they are a running machine and very difficult to stop. Passes complete to number 15, Sawyer Morris. Great pass. Great find by Grant Clement. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about. Looks like 3rd down and 3 for the Chargers. So clock continues to tick. 3rd and 3. My guess is a handoff to Mr. Wright at this point. 2 goes in motion. Handoff is to Wright. Gets that second push. There we go. He was kind of slowed down in the backfield, but got the proverbial second push. Stays on his feet. Keeps grinding away and picks up the 1st down. Excellent play by Braden Wright. Of course, they stop the clock to move the chains. And then get it going again. Got Tallman in the backfield. Number 2 in motion. Tallman is wrapped up very quickly in the backfield for a loss. Looks like a loss of 2 on the play. Clement runs over, gets the play. 17 seconds left to go on the play clock. Tells the boys what coach wants. And here we go. Handoff. Nope. Pass
So we had a little play action pass there, intended for 15, just over his head, sails out of bounds. Going to bring up 3rd and 12. So almost certainly a passing down here. 3rd and long. Of course, not a bad time to run a screenplay either. Hasn't really been part of our game so far tonight. Pass is intended for number 4, Aiden Lauder. Flag on the play, almost certainly pass interference. So that'll be enough for a first down, but let's wait for the official call. It is indeed pass interference. 15-yard penalty, going to be a first down for the Chargers, moving them across midfield to the 40-yard line of the Bobcats, breathing life into the offense. Clement has his play. Expect a run play here. Play action pass. Oh, tried to go with the screen. I just mentioned they hadn't done it. Intercepted by number 74, the big fella. The kicker, the lineman, the punter, the extra point kicker, does it all. Just got an interception, racking up the stats. Big return. Returns the ball all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's about a 32-yard return, give or take. Going to be 1st and 10 Thayer. So Chargers were mounting a nice little drive there. And I just said, hey, I expected a run play. I think Thayer did as well, but not really. They were still staying home, so it was a play-action pass. Tried to get the screen, but number 74 was there to intercept it. Handoff up the middle. Keeps his legs turning. Wall of Chargers there to finally stop him, but nice gain on the play. Gain of about 6. Sorry, gain of about 4. Call it 5. Going to bring up 2nd and 5. Handoff is to number 8. Good for a Bobcat first down. There is a flag on the play. Holding on the offense. That is going to back them up. So we're going to replay the down, and instead of a first and probably goal from the 10, I think he was inside the 10, it's now going to be 2nd and 12. So big turn of events. Big play negated because of hold call. Got 3 backs in the backfield. A little bit of movement there. Didn't call it. Handoff is number 8 up the gut. Big hole. Gets it down to about the 16. 3rd down, though, looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 5. The third and 5 score still 28-7. Handoff up the middle. Short gain. Looks like gained about 2. It's going to be 4th. Looks like they're officially calling it 4th and 2. So no reason not to go for it. Looks like number 50 for the Chargers, Joshua Elam, kind of running off the field, hobbling just a little bit. Hopefully just a cramp or something minor. He got stepped on. Hopefully he'll be back in the game here shortly. 4th down play here. Chargers could really use a stop, get a turnover on downs. We know it's going to be a run play. Hand up the middle. And that is good for a Bobcat touchdown. Almost looked like it was going to be a quarterback keeper, the way he was kind of moving to his left, hands off to number 8, and nothing but him and Green to the end zone. Of course, Thayer lines up in the swinging gate and then decides, no, let's go for 1. Unusual kicking method here. Number 74 just takes a couple steps back from the place kicker. Just likes really to get 1 big step, and then he boots it. That was no good. It actually looked good from here, but referees have a better angle, and they say no good. So with that, scores 34-7, Bobcats. 7:31 left to go in the third quarter. Not sure if you're following the NFL game live from Sao Paulo, Brazil, but Green Bay Packers are up 19-14. About 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. But here in Thayer, Missouri, Thayer Bobcats commanding lead, number 74. Of course, they got the interception on that last play. Now kicking off. Little squib kick. Recovered by number 19, Jacob Clement. That's QB Grant Clement's brother. Going to be 1st and 10, Lighthouse from the 36. 7:28 to go left in the third quarter. See if the Chargers can put together a positive drive. Let's see if we can get some points on the board. Get some positive momentum. Got Grundy lined up wide left. Tallman in the backfield. Scratch that. That was Braden Wright. Handoff is to Braden Wright. Up the middle. Short gain. Looks like gain of 1. Bring up 2nd and 9. Clock continues to tick, of course. Number 5 is in. We got Mr. Landon Hilburn running it in. So in the first half, we saw Hilburn in. We saw a little option play, saw some run action, and indeed that's what we got again. Pitch was to 25. He is not able to secure it successfully and run, but thankfully he does recover it. So not a turnover, but pretty big loss on the play. A loss of about 9. Could call that 3rd and about. It's officially about 3rd and 3rd and 16 is what they're saying. Timeout on the field. 6 minutes officially left to go in the 3rd. So in baseball news, for anybody that cares, Royals are up 4-0 against the Twins, bottom of the 6th. My family and I got to make it to the K for the first time for me in about a decade. Beautiful night. Kauffman Stadium, got to see them bring home a W versus the Guardians. See if they can bring home a win tonight as well. They are still fighting for the playoffs. Clement is back in at QB, back to pass, intended for number 2. Jake Johnson. There is a flag on the play, almost certainly defensive pass interference. We'll see what the official call is. Could have been defensive holding. It is defensive holding.
Holding on the defense. Third down coming up.
So no automatic first down on that. Basically just makes it a 3rd and 10 for the Chargers, so it makes it a little easier to gain. I did think that last play was like 3rd and 19, but they officially said it was 3rd and 16, so I went with that. So here we go. Grant Clement still in at QB. Fakes the pass. Pass intended for Sawyer Morris. Pass came in a little bit hot, sails through his hands. We got a 4th and call it 9. So you're going to bring in the punt unit. Back to receive the punt for Thayer, number 20. Back to punt for the Chargers, 15, Sawyer Morris. That punt is almost blocked. Instead, sails out of bounds. Now, what's interesting there is that's ruled wherever it goes out of bounds. So a bit of a judgment call on the part of the referee. He's got to kind of judge in air where it goes out of bounds. He says it was at the 50. Actually, a little shy of that, isn't it? Looks like 47 is where I'm going to spot it. No. Yeah, 46-yard line. So 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
Ball is moved to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for Thayer. 5:41 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Handoff is to number 0, brought down by number 22, Timon Grundy. Gain of 5 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 5. So some quickness there on Timon Grundy's part. He's playing the safety position. See if we can get up there and make that stop. Yet again, handoff as number 0. Gets kind of tripped, but stumbles forward, kind of dives for a few extra yards. Good for a Bobcat first down. Gets ball down to the 34-yard line. Clock continues to tick. Handoff is to number 40, the big fella, steamrolling his way down to the 25. Going to bring up 2nd and 2. That's a big body, tough to bring down. Plus, Thayer got some good blockers. They're able to create some gaps, create some running lanes for their backs, and then the backs do the rest. Handoff again is the number 40. Met in the backfield by number 9, Titus Dowell. Number 87, Eli Thomas, getting in there as well. But that was enough for a Bobcat first down. Gets the ball down to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Bobcats. So all ground and pound, and why not? Works in favor of the Bobcats in a couple ways. One, it's working, it's effective, and it's eating up the clock. Clock is their friend at this point. Handoff is to 40. Stumbling and rumbling and carrying guys down the field. Going to be second and 3. Continuing that 3-back set. Going to hand off to number 8. He's got some speed. Blockers out in front, and he makes it all the way to the end zone. Basically untouched. We didn't get a hand on him until he was across the goal line. Touchdown Bobcats. So stops the clock. Again, Bobcats line up for 2. I guess that's their go-to. The default is, hey, let's get in this swinging gate. But then coach will sometimes call in a different play. He's gonna say, hey, we're gonna keep working on this 74. We're gonna keep doing this until you get one through the uprights. That's my guess anyway. So again, he's got that unusual 1-step kick routine. Hold looks like it's good. Blocked by the Chargers. Not returnable on that extra point. So kickoff to ensue here from the Bobcats. Again, we're live in Thayer, Missouri. Just an absolutely gorgeous evening. Some might say it's a good night to put on long sleeves. I mean, maybe, like a light jacket, maybe. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I feel great, but it is low 70s, perfect weather for football. So Thayer, Missouri, fun fact, 1,900 is the population. Oregon County. Did not know that was actually the name of a county. Chargers fans yelling, take it back to receive the kickoff. We got Timon Grundy, we got Landon Webster, we got Sawyer Morris. It's going to be a squib kick. It will be a squib kick. Kick is in the direction of, well, I don't think they were expecting that. In the direction of number 19, does not get there soon enough. That's the risk / reward of the squib kick. Risk is, doesn't go very far. Potentially the receiving team gets good field position. Or kick in a spot where they're not expecting it. And if you got a speed demon on the edge like they did, Thayer, then they recover that. So basically that worked like an onside kick. I don't think that was exactly the plan, but it wasn't not the plan either, if that makes sense. So handoff is to number 8. Flag on the play brought down by a host of Chargers. 23 getting in there. Lincoln Kane. False start on the Bobcats. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 15. Handoff is to number 40, and quite possible that every single Charger touched him on that play. Most guys at least got an arm or a shoulder on him, and then he carried the rest. It'll be 2nd and 3. So a gain of about 12 on the play, almost all of them after initial contact. Little fake handoff to 40. Gets the ball to number 8. Going to be enough for a first down.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats across the 30-yard line.
Move the chains once again. Going to under 2 minutes now to go in the third quarter. 2 backs in the backfield. Got a couple receivers out there. Thinking they're going to maybe try a little option play. Ball ends up on the turf. But I believe the quarterback, who was also the runner, I think he was down. So 2nd and 5. Ball does come loose, but it was after quarterback was down already. So 2nd and 5. Clock continues to tick. Little personnel change out there. 16 Carson Spears coming out. Number 7 Nolan Kelly in the game for the defense. Handoff up the middle. Again, the number 40.
Pushes forward for the 3-yard pickup. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Short gain on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and about 2. A little under 2. About 14 left on the play clock, so going to have to get this play off. Have plenty of time to do so. Number 7 QB keeper does find that left edge. Finally forced out of bounds. First and goal for the Bobcats. Force out of bounds. That stops the clock. First and 10 from about the 9-yard line. Handoff is to number 8, gets all the way down to about the 1-yard line, but that'll do it for the third quarter. So we will switch sides of the field. It'll be second and goal when we return to action here in a moment. 12 minutes of football left. More fun facts about Thayer, Missouri. Named after Nathaniel Thayer, a railroad promoter. Back in the day, considered a railroad town. It was laid out in 1882 to be a division point on the Santa Fe Railway. So there you go. Little Thayer history. My first time really hanging out in Thayer, I drive through here. We drive through here on the way to Florida Nationals, of course. So second and goal. Who's going to hand the ball off to here? The big fella. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Now with that, lead goes to 39, and I believe anytime the lead is over 35 in the second half, we're going to have a running clock. So potentially going to see a running clock here for the remainder of the game, which would dramatically speed things up. Here we go, 74. Fourth time's a charm. Is this the fourth, fifth kick? I don't know. The hold was not so good. That looked good to me. It was not good. It's another one that looked good to me. Apparently, I do not have a good angle from up here. Must have been wide left. So 11:56 left to go in the contest. Charger is going to receive this kick. Likely going to face a running clock for the remainder of the game, unless we get on the board again. If we get on the board again, get below that 35-point lead, and get back to normal game clock. So I think the Chargers can probably expect that squib kick again. So it really means kind of first and second lines of this kickoff team's got to be ready. I'm sure Coach talked them up and got them ready on that. And they are up. They're pretty tight. Kind of expecting it at this point. Squib kick.
No return on the play. The Chargers will take over first and 10 around their 27-yard line.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Around the 30, and running clock. So usually the clock would stop to get the chains in place and all that, but clock is just going to keep on ticking. Grant Clement's got his play, going to talk to the boys. So not really just looking for positives. Now you just want to string together a good series, hopefully get some more points on the board, end on a positive note here. So a lot to work on, of course, as a young team, as we talked about. The good news is future is bright for the Chargers. We got, we've, it's a young team, so a lot of speed, a lot of talent on this team. Skill positions, got some good skill positions, but again, young team now. That was nearly catastrophic. Not sure what Grant Clement saw there, but he kind of pitched it to a Bobcat. Thankfully, the Bobcat cannot hold on to it. So it falls incomplete, not intercepted. But because we recovered the ball, kind of, I guess they're ruling that as a completion and then a. What we got here? Timeout Chargers. So we got 2nd and 19. 10-17 left to go. So running clock really only stops after a score or timeout. So we go back from the timeout, 2nd and 19 for the Chargers. We got twins left and twins right. Pick the handoff. Clement rolls right. Pressure in his face. Looks for Braden Wright. Overthrows him. Braden Wright was picked up. Getting that screen pass. Position picked up by number 0 for the Bobcats. Pass falls incomplete. But due to the running clock will keep on ticking. So 3rd and 19. Again, would like to just see some positive momentum. A little bit of movement from this offense. Get them a little bit of confidence going into next week. Pass is incomplete. Going to be 4th down now. So going to necessitate a punt. And of course, next week, Chargers playing in Springfield, so a little easier to get there. Playing at Parkview. All right. Why not? Fake punt. Difficult. It's 4th and 19. Braden Wright did, or Sawyer Morris rather. Punter. Caught it, ran for it. So he gained about 9, so he got about halfway there. Living on a prayer, I think would be a way to describe that play. So 8:20 left to go in the game. 1st and 10. So we got a new back in the backfield, looks like. Makes sense. Get some other guys in to play. Number 24, handoff was to him. Stopped immediately, 2nd and 10. So Coach Brett Williams and I talked about this when we were recording. Actually, we're not able to stream live from Dallas. We had to record that game at AT&T Stadium. AT&T Stadium rules. But we both believe this is going to be a much different team towards the end of the season than it is in the beginning of the season. Of course, lots of young players, lots to learn. Tough schedule here too to start out the season. But I do believe once we get into kind of the homeschool stretch of the schedule and get ready for Florida Nationals, I think this is going to be a different look team at that point. Just got to put in the work. When you're young and inexperienced, the only thing that cures that is experience. Just got to keep getting out there and getting after it. Your 3rd and 7. Faked the reverse. Looks like he stopped. He was out of bounds at about the 11. Chargers really thought they were doing a kind of a reverse there. It looked like it to me too. So about 3 guys tackled the wrong Bobcat. But 1st and 10 from about the 11, it's called 12-yard line. Timeout on the field. 5:58 left to go. 1st and 10. Bobcats when we return. QB telling his troops what to do. Handoff is to number 1. Haven't seen his number called yet. 2nd down. Get a little less than a yard. Going to keep it at 2nd and 10 for the time being. Handoff is to number 24, brought down by a host of Chargers. Titus Dowell in there, Damon Vestal in there, number 59, Marshall Branscombe in there on the tackle as well. I think we had 75, potentially Cole Johnson in there on the tackle. So we got 3rd and 8. Clock continues to tick. 3-back set. We got number 3, number 11, number 24 in the backfield. Haven't seen all of them together just yet. Handoff is to number 11.
Johnson takes the carry, gets across the 10-yard line. 4th down.
Number 7, Nolan Kelly in there on the stop, as well as a couple other Chargers. Going to be 4th down, 4th and 5 to go. Still enough space to get that first down. To get to about the 2-yard line to pick up the first down. So 4th down, 4th and 5 for the Bobcats. It'd be great to get a stop here for the Chargers. Hate to see them get in again. And it looks like they maybe stopped him. Handoff was number 11. So just short of the marker. No stopping of the clock like usual for changing the guard and moving from offense to defense. Just going to keep that clock ticking. 1st and 10 though. Chargers keep him out of the end zone. Landon Hilburn in at QB, drops back to pass. And he's sacked. Is he in the end zone? He is indeed in the end zone. Tackled on his blind side. Drop back to pass. Of course, Hilburn is a lefty. So we drop back to pass. Did not see that pass rusher. Brought down in the end zone. Safety, 2 points for the Bobcats, and they will get the ball as well. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. As always, man, great support from Charger Nation. Live and in person, Chargers travel well, even when you got to go all the way to Thayer, Missouri. But also good attendance on the live stream, so thank you so much for tuning in. Always a pleasure being part of Charger Nation. Kind of the old drop kick. Which is what happens after. So after the safety, we had to kick it away. Big return on the play. Gets the ball down to about the 29-yard line. Gonna be 1st and 10, but with a running clock, probably not gonna do a whole lot here. Refs probably take a little bit of time to get things set. Play clock is starting. So like just a handful of plays. Got a couple of guys trying to run in and out, get a personnel switch on the defensive side of the ball. Handoff is to number 11. Got a sweep on that right side. Got room to run. Finally brought down by number 23, Lincoln Kane. Going to be enough for a Thayer 1st down. Ball's at the 11-yard line, so 1st and 10 to go. Sweeps to number 11 on the right side this time. Brought down by a few Chargers. Looks like Landon Hilburn, number 5, kind of tripped him up. And then I think one of the big fellas finished him off. Number 50, Josh Elam, I believe, doing the dirty work there. So second down, a little bit of time left on the play clock. About down to 7 seconds. They're going to have to get this play off. If they chose to, they could always take a delay game, but they're going to hand it off. Damian Vestal and the rest of the line there to make a big stop. And that should do it. Clock should run out at this point, and it will. So with that, folks, that'll do it for tonight's contest. It was all Thayer tonight. And all ground game. So again, one pass attempt from the Thayer Bobcats. Not sure I've seen a varsity high school game in recent memory with fewer pass plays. But you can't criticize it because it absolutely worked. Final score, Thayer Bobcats 48, your Lighthouse Christian Chargers 7. So again, hey, appreciate Chargers Nation, appreciate the positivity, appreciate the energy, appreciate the, hey, win, lose, or draw. Those don't really happen too often. You guys stay faithful. Cheer on the boys. Always next week. A lot of season left, a lot of games left, a lot of growth left for these boys, and I'm telling you, they're going to be all right. And future's still bright for the Chargers. Heard a great report from the junior high squad from last night. I don't believe they were victorious, but size, speed, the way somebody labeled it was got some monsters on that team, which is what you want. Also love the way we finished this out. All the Chargers coming and saying thank you to the referees, showing some good sportsmanship. And then, of course, we always gather up at midfield after the game with the opposing team. And this is a cool thing that the Chargers, kind of been a Chargers tradition where we call out what we saw that the other guys did well. So time to give some kudos, some compliments to the opposing team. It's a good way to show good sportsmanship, good way to show the love of Christ, good way to show that it's more than just win or lose. It's how you do it, how you go about it, how you handle your business, how you show respect and honor, win, lose. Of course, Cheer Squad gets to get out there as well, get to be a part of it. It's always fun for them. So I can't hear what Coach Hunt is saying, but Coach Hunt's just a positive guy. Strong spiritual mentor, strong football mentor, strong life mentor for these boys. So shout out to Coach Hunt. Still a lot to work on. Hey, said the future's bright, but that does not mean that we have it easy. Got to get to work just the way it is in life. The things in business, things, whatever part of your life aren't going exactly how you want them to. Just got to put in the work. Got to get after it. Got to be humble. Got to be hungry. Got to be focused. So I know a lot to work on for the coaching staff and for the Charger squad. But as always, proud to be a Charger, proud of these boys, proud of our organization. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off on the live broadcast. I'm Brett Curry, voice of the Chargers. Didn't even introduce myself. Having some technical issues here. Not the game action went fine, but I'm doing a decent amount of the setup, more of the setup than I would like in terms of technical stuff. Used to rely on Levi Kemp, Eric Stewart. Shout out to the boys. Those guys are real IT guys. They know what they're doing. Not me. Winging it, or actually just FaceTiming with Eric Stewart to get things set up. I think I got it down, though, after today. So barely got this thing started before the opening kickoff. But, hey, we did it. Made it all the way through. And as always, appreciate you tuning in. Nothing but love for the Chargers. And with that, until next Friday, good night. God bless. And go Chargers.